Hey everybody, welcome to Chair Yoga. I'm super excited to have you here today. It's going to be a beautiful class of lengthening and opening, just coming into some beautiful practice. One of my favorite yoga teachers ever, she used to say that we come to yoga open in the heart, empty in the belly, and bare in the feet. Don't necessarily have to be barefoot for chair yoga, but I'm always barefoot. So I just loved that she would set the intention to come to practice with a little bit of intention. And we always want to have that open heart and give ourselves permission to just be who we are as we are, and to watch as the mind wants to go into judgment or into comparison or even into this analysis. Like, create the space that your heart is open. And so carve out that idea of self-love. Wherever you're at today is good. All right, so we're going to start in a little different way today. I want you to come into a forward fold. So go ahead and just drape your body over your legs. I'm going to stay upright and just sort of guide you through this. And so start to transition that way. You might like to have your legs just a little bit wider to allow space for your belly, and that's perfect. I like to have my knees sort of knocked in together. That helps my hips feel better. You might just be very neutral in your legs, coming straight from the hip joint. And then once you get into that forward fold, go ahead and allow your hands just to drape down. Just let them dangle. And tuck your chin deep into your throat. This allows the crown of the head to go towards the ground, the earth, the floor. Offers us a chance to calm our minds. And as we bring our head below our heart, it reminds us we can be quiet in our mind. And the beautiful physical benefit of this pose is that it not only quiets down our breathing and it quiets down our minds, but it also quiets down our nervous system. And so this is excellent for evening practice, wonderful to do before bed. It just gives a sense of restore. Take just a few more little deeper breaths here and feel your belly expand against your thighs. There's that powerful reminder of being alive when we actually feel ourselves breathe. And take just a couple more. And then, like a beautiful flower in the early morning hours, waking up, just begin to unfurl like a beautiful flower coming into the sun. And when you get to the very top, you'll be sitting upright. Lower your shoulders down your back. Go ahead and give about 3 or 4 big shoulder rolls. And just feel some motion starting to happen. We'll do one more. We're going to take our arms out in front and just cross at the wrist and push away. Palms to the back. Flip your palms and scoop around. Cross your arms, push away. Scoop around. Beautiful. Let's try 3 more of those. Just starting to open up the shoulders, the chest, the upper back. 2 more. Beautiful. Nice and flowy. Just finding some rhythm here. We'll do 1 more. Open up to stay and then tick-tock over. It doesn't matter which side, just lower one arm, reach the opposite hand as high as you can, feeling space there. Now take a breath in and come back up to center and switch. And just feel that, all about sensation today. Every day, really, when we come to practice. Inhale up. Tick-tock over 1 more time each side. And come back up. And tick-tock over. Beautiful. Come back up to sit, arms lengthwise, like a T shape. And we're going to bring our hands together like a basket, but keep this nice round arms like you're holding a giant beach ball. Begin to spin. This is excellent for digestion. Just really wakes up those internal organs, can be sluggish. And though we started with a very yin style posture of a fold, We're gonna get a pretty active practice today. So we're warming up the body nice. 3 more. 2. Beautiful, last one. Come back to center. Take your hands, flip your basket and push forward. Bring your elbows out to the side as your hands go to your heart, push out. Breathe in and breathe out. 2 more, breathe in. Just finding some motion here through the joints. Next time your hands are out in front, arms are straightish, do your best here. Lift your arms above your head. Keep them hooked like a basket and hinge over. Come back up to center and hinge over to the other side. Beautiful. You'll come back up to center and then lower your arms. Go ahead and unhook your hands, roll your wrists around a few times, and then go the opposite way. Bring your hands behind you, grab a hold of your chair, your wheels, or the back of your chair, and lean forward and drop your chin. You'll take a breath in and come back up. Bring your arms back around to the front of your body, and then begin to transition into the lower limbs where we open and close our hips. I like to lift my heels up and just allow a little bit of activity to happen in the calves by doing that, by pushing into the ball joint of my feet, getting my heels high up off the ground. But you might like your feet flat, and that's fine too. Do 4 more. Perfect. Now go ahead and lower your heels if they've lifted. Bring your knees right in front of your body, and then extend your left leg long on the floor. Your toes will be up. Once you get that straight left leg, really begin to push into the heel as if you're sort of pushing it into the sand of a beach. You know how you kind of dig your heels into the sand? Try to mimic that, and that forces the toes to come back towards the nose. And then from there, you'll take a breath in and begin to hinge forward. It's okay if your belly eventually touches your right thigh. And then drop your nose towards your knee. You feel this immediate stretch to the left leg. And then you'll take a breath in to come up. Keep the legs just like they are. We're gonna move over and turn to the right. So keep your legs like they are and begin to transition and turn to the right, and feeling that through the spine. Remember, twists are so good for the spine, for the belly, for the digestive tract. It's wonderful to do a lot of twists. Go ahead and rotate your belly back to front now. And from here, we're going to take the left leg and lift it, support it if you need to, bring it into the body and squeeze. Rotate your ankle a few times, and then the other way. And then lower the left leg, bring it back to the floor just next to the right. We'll do that whole series with the right leg. So straighten the right leg in front, and then dig the heel into the sand. Really carve it into the floor. That forces the toes to come back towards your nose. Create the long spine. Take a breath in, and then lean forward. Keep going. Then bring your nose towards your knee. Just feel that. Come on back up. Keep your legs just like they are. Right hand this time travels over to the left, and we turn to the left. Nice. Wind back to front. And then bring your right leg in, lean back, draw it up towards your chest, rotate the ankle. And then lower the right foot, support it if you need to, bring it back to the mat, back to the floor. So we're going to work a little bit, some fun things to do with the brain and the body together is to cross the midline that runs down the center of our body. When we do that, can fire up some activity in the brain, which is great for memory and focus, but it's also great physically for balance. And so we're going to play a little bit with that, and we're going to come in just to a fun, thing that I do in a lot of my classes I wanted to share with you guys. So we're going to start by, sorry, I have a little tickle in my nose. We're going to start by taking a right hand as if we're stirring something really amazing. I like to say a pie crust. We're going to go all the way across our body. I'm just going to do this about 5 times. So these circular motions, excellent for joints. They're also great for the brain because you'll notice your right arm is reaching over to the left side. 3 more. Perfect. And now pause. Go the opposite way, same arm. So we're like scraping that bowl of the pie crust. 5 more. Try to really reach around. 4, 3, 2, last one, and then pause. Grab your other spoon with your left hand. We'll start to make some whipped cream or something for this pie that we're going to create. So really reach across the body here. 5 more. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Pause, unwind that. Scrape the bowl, around and around. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, pause. Let's do both spoons at once. So we stir the crust, we stir the cream. Stir the crust, stir the cream. Once you have this, go ahead and close your eyes. And just keep stirring. We stir the right side and the left side, and the right side and the left side. Keep stirring as big as you can across the body. We'll do 5 more. 4 more. 3, 2, and now pause. Reverse your directions. It's okay if you feel clumsy. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Keep circling. Keep going. 5 more. 4 more. Arms get tired, it's okay. 3, 2, last one. Bring your arms down, keep your eyes closed, and take a big breath in. And a long breath out. And then open your eyes. One of the neat things about doing exercise like that where we cross the midline is that it really does stimulate our balance system in our brain. And so we don't have to stand on one leg to actually work our balance. We just do these simple exercises crossing the midline, and it really, really does benefit our balance system. So now we're gonna make a blackberry pie. So we're gonna cross our body and pick some berries and cross the other way. So we're just gonna reach across the body, picking those berries. Keep picking, across the body, just like that. Yep, across the body. Perfect, keep going, across the body. Nice and slow, keep going. Actually, it's a little bit fast today, but it's good. 5 more, and 4, and 3, beautiful, 2, and now go up and over like you're picking apples out of the tree, but really cross. So really, really reach up and over, up and over. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and then pause. Close your eyes. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. And then open your eyes, grab your rolling pin. We're gonna push forward, lean forward, and pull that rolling pin back, elbows tuck in. Push forward and pull in. Push and pull. So it's almost like a rowing action. You must push into your feet as you draw the back up to upright push, and pull. So you're really using the abdominal muscles, the back muscles, the leg muscles to make this giant pie crust. Beautiful. We're gonna do 5 more. Push and pull. 4, 3, 2, so nice. Last one, and come back to stay. Beautiful. We're just going to imagine for a moment that this beautiful pie baked itself, and now we're going to serve the pie. So I want you to hold your hands palm face up as if you're holding a blackberry pie and an apple pie. And you're going to serve me that pie. So reach forward with the serving of pie and then take it away. Beautiful. So more back work here. Serve the pies, pull the pies. Just 5 of these. Serve it, extend the arms long, pull it. Here's 4, pull, 3, pull, 2, pull back, last one, and pause. Open your hands up to the side. So now we're going to serve the pie high up to the sky, out to the side, and pull the pies back in. So we toss the pies and we pull the pies. Lots of shoulders. But think about lengthening the arms here, really extending them to a full straight position. Fingers are wide, they're spread wide, they're pointed long. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and bring your hands down. Beautiful. So here's where I'd love for you to be able to have access to another chair or a couch or something, a table, anything that you can lay your hands on. And then go ahead and turn. And so I want you to find that chair, that table, that back of the sofa. Get yourself positioned there. And we're gonna have our hands just hooked onto the table or onto the back of the sofa or a chair, something where you can rest your hands. And then when you get into that position, go ahead and bend your elbows and lean forward. And just let your arms hang. You'll get a stretch for your triceps. But mostly here we have a stretch for our back. And it feels so nice. And then you'll rise back up. Keep your hands on the table, the chair, the back of the sofa. We're going to take our right arm and lift it up to the sky by holding on with our left. And then start to turn back towards me and open your right arm to the back. So I've created this twist through my spine, but I'm supported here with my left hand. And then you'll reach your right arm back up and come back to the table. So we're going to rotate and we're going to move our breath through this. You will inhale, right arm goes high. Exhale to the back. Breathe all the way out. Then inhale back up. Exhale back to front. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale in front. Try it again. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale in front. Hold on to the chair, the sofa, the table. Bend your elbows and fold. We'll take that whole series to the other side. So bring yourself up. This time right hand stays. And watch. You're going to lift your left arm high. Reach to the back. Breathe in and come up. Breathe out and come back to front. Try that again. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale front. 1 more, just like that. Follow your own breath. And then fold again, bend your elbows, get a stretch. And then come on back. Go ahead and turn back to the front. So nice. We're gonna come into a sequence. We're gonna go through the sequence the first time pretty slow. Then we're gonna repeat the sequence. This is another facet of what I teach to a variety of people, and this really helps support our memory and our focus. So by repeating and becoming and labeling our bodies and the shapes, that's a familiar name, and then repeating it over and over, we actually can increase our memory, which then transfers outside of practice, and we're able to sequence and remember things just a little bit easier. So it's a practice, so just keep doing it. It's sort of like a crossword puzzle. You know, the more you use those brain cells, the more accessible they are when you need them. So we're gonna start with mountain pose, and the arms will go high to the sky. We're gonna hold each pose a little bit longer, and then when we create our vinyasa, it'll be one breath, one movement. So mountains are a great symbol that no matter what storm is happening around you, like thunder and blizzards and snow on June 9th in Colorado, no matter what there is, we can remember that a mountain is strong and it's stable and it's consistent and it's present. And so push into your feet, engage your legs, elevate your heart, really reach and become the mountain. Take a full breath in, a long breath out. Get longer in your mountain, breathe in, and then lower your arms and breathe out. So that's the first part of this sequence that we're gonna build. The next part is cactus. Spread your fingers wide and bring your elbows up in alignment with your shoulders. So our body is nice and warm now, and it can tolerate kind of holding some of the poses just a little bit longer. And then bring your hands behind you just a little bit. So I'm not in front here, my arms are really reaching back behind me. That creates an open chest here. So take a long breath in, and we're just gonna tick-tock our cactus just to get a side bend while our shoulders hold a stagnant pose. Come back to center, tick-tock over, get a side bend. Come back to center, and then lower your arms. You might need to do a quick shoulder roll. So that's the second posture in our sequence. So we're gonna come into the third one, but let's get through the first two. We're gonna sort of layer this on as we go. So come back to mountain, take a big breath in, and then cactus your arms and breathe out. Connect your index and your thumb, that sort of looks like A-OK. And then grow your branches of a tree and lift one leg. So this is our tree pose. And then notice that my spine wanted to slouch, I have to lift. So it might be harder to keep that leg lifted with the heart lifted, but do your best. Take a long breath in, and then lower everything. Unhook the A-OK, which is a mudra. We're gonna put those three postures together, and then I'm gonna add on the fourth. So we're gonna start with mountain. Come into cactus. Create the A-OK. Grow a tree, maybe the other leg, lift it high. Here comes the fourth pose. Cross your arms, unhook your mudra. Really push arm into arm, and we're gonna be a bird. We're gonna float this bird 4 more times. 3 more. 2 more. Let's start back at the top. We're gonna be a mountain and a cactus, a tree, and then a bird. Beautiful, let's try that again. Mountain, cactus, become a tree, and then a bird. After the bird, we're gonna go back to a mountain, and then lean forward and wash down like a waterfall, touch the floor, sweep it. Come back up the mountain, big breath in, and lean forward and sweep the floor into a waterfall. Do that one more time, reach back up the mountain, and then lay forward, touch the floor. After the mountain, we open ourselves up to a giant star, and the star spreads wide. feet stay planted. So we have this 5-pointed star. We're going to go back to the top. We have a mountain, breathe in, and a cactus, breathe out. Create the tree, make the A-OK. Cross your arms, become a bird. Return to the mountain. Watch the waterfall down. Find that star pose that's big and vast and shines so bright. After star pose, bring your hands together and pause. Arms are straight out in front. We're going to pull back with our right elbow as if we're holding a bow and arrow. Return back to touch. Left arm pulled back like bow and arrow. Return to touch. One more time each side so our body begins to learn the sensation. Beautiful. Press your palms together, return to the heart and take a breath. Sort of more than halfway point in this sequence. We're going to start back at the top. And then from when we get back to the heart, I'm going to add on. Take a breath in and find mountain. Breathe out to cactus. Find a tree, breathe in. Become a bird, breathe out. You'll inhale back up to mountain. Wash the floor, breathe out. Inhale to star. Exhale, hands in front. Inhale, pull. Exhale, touch. Inhale, pull. Exhale, touch. Come back to the heart and breathe. Let's add on. Open your arms up to a T shape. Reach up and over with your right hand. Cradle your head. It's called peaceful warrior. Come back to a T. This time, left elbow goes up and cradles the head, peaceful warrior. We open back up. We're going to cross our arms, wrap our hands onto our shoulders. It's called eagle. Open up big. Cross again. Squeeze into yourself. Open up big. And return to the heart. That is our sequence. So when we practice chair yoga, it is primarily from the torso up. We do some stretches for the legs, but I feel like chair yoga is a great benefit for anyone who really wants to build posture in the trunk, really wants to open up the heart, the chest, the shoulders. Certainly there are some great exercises for the legs, but this particular class is primarily working from the pelvis upward, and it's a wonderful thing. So go ahead and bring your hands back to your heart. Close your eyes for a moment and take a breath in. And just let everything integrate and breathe out. And then open your eyes. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into this sequence. I'll guide you through the breath. We're going to come into it 3 times. Breathe when you need to breathe. And then the very last one, I'll just do minimal cueing, because the more that we repeat this sequence, the easier it becomes. And here's what I've learned over my years. When we repeat something, it gets integrated into our brain. When our bodies become something, it gets integrated into our brain. And when we label it as something that we know, that's a familiar, that's why I do not speak Sanskrit. I don't teach Sanskrit. I want what I'm offering to you in the shape, if I do call it anything, to be something that you will be able to recall easily and not attempt to learn a language that you will only use for 30 minutes, however often you practice. So with that, sit tall, and here we go. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tree pose. Exhale, bird. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, waterfall. Inhale to the star. Exhale, hands in front. Pull back with the bow, inhale. Exhale, touch. Pull back with the bow. Exhale, touch. Return to the heart and pause. Take a full breath cycle. Open up your arms, inhale. Tick-tock over, cradle your head, exhale, it's peaceful warrior. Inhale, open to a T. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale to a T. Exhale, so much self-love. Give yourself a squeeze. Inhale to a T. Exhale, cross the other way into a squeeze. Inhale to a T. Exhale, return to the heart. Let's do it again. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, tree. Exhale, bird. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, waterfall. Inhale, star. Exhale, hands in front. Inhale, bow. Exhale, touch. Inhale, bow and arrow. Exhale, touch. Return to the heart, inhale. Breathe out. Inhale, open to a T. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale to a T. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale to a T. Exhale, eagle. Inhale to a T. Last eagle, exhale. Inhale to a T. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more time. I'll just guide with motion. You do the breathing. Inhale. Return to the heart. Close your eyes. And then lower your hands and open your eyes. So I'm hoping that by the third time where I was silent, you heard your own voice saying, inhale, tree, exhale, bird. What happens is the more you practice it, the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. And the story just starts to evolve into, maybe you add something, maybe you take away something, maybe you just repeat it, but it's your language that you begin to hear. And it becomes this beautiful dance between you and your breath that keeps you completely in the present moment. It is really difficult to be thinking about a to-do list or a grocery list when you're thinking about inhale mountain, exhale cactus, inhale tree, exhale bird. And the more that we practice focusing on one thing at a time, the longer the space between our thoughts. And so that really is the goal of yoga in many ways, is to just create more space in the mind, more space in the body, more space between every breath. And so giving ourselves something to focus on really helps us to create the space between that tangle of thoughts that we have that turn into worry and anxiety pretty quickly. So the more we practice one thing at a time, we actually can increase our capacity to stay single task versus multitask. And if you listen to the meditation this week, you'll enjoy sort of some tips on how to even eat mindfully, eat one thing at a time rather than multitasking. So we're gonna go ahead and move into just a couple stretches for the lower body, and then we will be done. So take your right leg up and over as if you have a skirt on. I come to this one a lot. It feels really good in my hips and my back. And then the belly button is gonna be aiming right there for my knee. It's not gonna get there, but that's the direction. So I'm gonna lean forward and then lay my belly onto my lap and breathe. So you should feel this wonderful sciatic release through the sacrum, through the hips. You might take your arms down and just let them dangle. You might drop your chin. We'll stay here for about 4 breath cycles. Try to fill up the body with breath. And then you'll begin to come up. And from here, go ahead and slide your top leg, your right one, so that your ankle is just on top of your thigh, not the bone itself, but just that space right above the ankle. And then I like to hold on to my ankle and to my knee, and I take a big breath in. And again, the belly button is aimed forward as I hinge forward. Feel a big stretch through my gluteus maximus and along the medius of my glute. It's that band of tissue that runs on the outside. It's a beautiful way to stretch that and get into the piriformis just a little bit. And then take a big breath in. Lean forward just as much as you can without causing pain or harm. Breathe out. And then slowly rise up. Go ahead and slip that foot off of the left, and we'll take that to the other side. So up and over the left leg goes. Sit tall, aim your belly button for the knee, lean forward, and then just melt over. This is a wonderful stretch, sort of prepares for the next big posture. This opens up the sacrum back there. For women, we have a lot of back pain in that low area, and so this can create some space back there. Take about 3 more breaths. And then start to come on up. Perfect. Go ahead and take your left leg and slip it. Bring your toes back. Hand on the ankle, hand on the knee. Take a breath in. Belly button goes forward and lean forward. This side might be very different. In my body, my left side, I don't go as far. That's okay. I'm open. I'm open to whatever it is that needs to happen. Take a long breath in. Maybe give just a little bit more release into that hip and back. And then rise up. Go ahead and slip your left off of your right. We're going to come back to the sequence 1 time. And that's the neat thing about when we work a little bit of the brain in a practice, when we create something in between, doing a sequence and then something different and then coming back to the sequence, pretty soon it's really easy to pick up that sequence. So we'll just keep on playing with this. So go ahead and sit tall. I'll guide you through it so you don't have to think. You might even close your eyes. Take a breath in and come to mountain. Really reach up. Big breath in. Cactus your arms and breathe out. Make the A-OK. Breathe into a tree. Breathe out, become a bird. Push. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, waterfall. Inhale, twinkle and shine your lights. Exhale, let's aim for our dreams. Pull back. Do that again. Pull back your elbow. Return to the heart, all that is love and good. Open up your arms. Become that peaceful warrior, practitioner of peace. Open up. Arm cradles the head. We're peaceful. We open up. We finish with so much self-love. Open up again. Cross the other way, self-love. Open up big. Bring your hands together at your heart and exhale. Beautiful. One of the most beautiful aspects of yoga is that we come to our chair to practice for ourselves. We get great benefit. by connecting to our breath, connecting to our body in a really healthy and positive way, and feeling really good about what we do in practice. And I love to say that yoga is not just for you, because the more that you practice, the better you become, not just for yourself, but for the people you care the most about. And that is the most selfless thing that we can do. It's doing something for ourselves, and yet becoming selfless in what it gives to others. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. So know that this practice is not just for you, it's for the people that you love. You will be a better person, calmer, more peaceful, more connected, and that is a beautiful thing. So have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you really, really soon. And I hope that you stay safe and stay healthy. And I wish all of you much love. Bye-bye.